Alright boys and girls, today we are talking about which 5-star gem you should be crafting using your pearls inside of Diablo Immortal. This is a question that I come across very often in comment section, and today I came across this post on Reddit and thought let's dive into it and let's see what the community is talking about and what gems in my opinion you should be crafting using your pearls. But first out, let's go take a look at what this person is asking and what the community is suggesting him. So first off, what 5-star gem should I craft? I'm a free-to-play player. I'm thinking of crafting a rolling consequence with my pearls, but I would like to eventually upgrade my 3-star rank 3 Bloodsoaked Jade. Is it better to craft another Bloodsoaked Jade or the rolling consequence? This is actually really interesting. Should you craft more 5-star gems, or you should try and get your gem to rank 4 before moving to another gem? And I think I can somewhat answer this straight away before we dive into the comment section. So personally, I would focus on upgrading one 5-star gem before jumping into another one. Unless I go and run an Elder Rift and the gem drop, then of course I will be using that to upgrade some of the other 5-star gems. But when I am working on a 5-star gem, I try and make sure that I am only focusing on that particular gem. That way it is much easier to deal with the upgrades. I will give you guys an example here. And what is that? So let me quickly find the tool here, a legendary gem tool, and I will have the link for that in the comment section or the description. So if we go and look at this legendary tool, legendary gems tool, we can click here on the 5-star gem and click on the Bloodsoaked Jade. You guys can see until rank 4 you only need one copy of a 5-star gem, and all you have to do is manage the gem power. And getting your gem to rank 4 is what I am going to recommend everyone before like dividing your resources into other 5-star gem. Focus on one 5-star gem, get it to rank 4, and after that then you can think about getting another 5-star gem, especially as a free-to-play player. We know that this is a universal gem that everyone would like to use because of the movement speed and damage increase. So even as a free-to-play player, just focus on a Bloodsoaked Jade or Rolling Consequence, whichever you have at the moment. Once you reach rank 4, then you can go and craft another, because it is gonna take a couple of months as a free-to-play to get the gem to rank 4. But that's just my opinion. Anyhow, let's go back and see what the community is talking about or giving suggestions to that person, and it is going to be an interesting one. But personally for me, I would rather focus on one gem before dividing my resources into different 5-star gems, especially when I know I'm a free-to-play player and my resources are already very dire, very hard to come by. So focus on Bloodsoaked Jade for this person until rank 3. And if you have a rolling consequence, you are watching and you have rolling consequence and not Bloodsoaked Jade, then focus on the rolling consequence. And if you don't have either the Bloodsoaked Jade and rolling consequence, and you are thinking about which gem to craft, either Bloodsoaked Jade or the rolling consequence, then my opinion right now as of recording this video is gonna be craft the rolling consequence as a free-to-play. The reason for that is gonna be critical hit chance is the strongest stat in Diablo Immortal as of right now, and because of that the rolling consequence is the strongest gem in game. When it comes to damage, it gives a critical hit chance, it does the explosion damage, that explosion also apply the fire on the enemy, and you can extend the duration of this gem. That is extremely powerful in PvE and PvP. It is gonna make your gameplay overall a lot more easier, and your overall grind is gonna be much faster. Of course you can manage movement speed from some of the other resources like the runes, the blue runes. You can get some movement speed. For example, if we go back and take a look at the runes here, you can simply get these runes that gives you movement speed. You can somewhat manage the movement speed in the game. Let me see if I have some here somewhere. You can get some movement speed on the ring. There we go, I have on the ring. So you can basically somewhat manage movement speed from the gear, and the rolling consequence is what I would recommend crafting as your first 5-star gem as a free-to-play player. That is just my opinion. Of course, you can have the different opinion. That is why everyone like to build a character their own way. That is totally fine. Anyhow, let's go take a quick look at what the community is saying. I would get the Bloodsoaked Jade Awaken, something that I just said here. So we're gonna give it a thumbs up. We'll give this post a thumbs up. It is a good question. Good question. I would keep upgrading until I had a Bloodsoaked Jade up to rank 4, maybe rank 5. Rank 5 is going to be extremely hard, and diminishing return is too much for a free-to-play player. So rank 4, and then you can dive into Rolling Consequence before diving into rank 5. At least in my opinion, rank 5 has a bit too much diminishing return. Rank 4 is good enough for most free-to-play to start building a character. In the meantime, keep running Rift with the legendaries, and maybe you'll get lucky. Doubt it, but better to upgrade one gem at a time than spread out and have 2 sub-4 rank gems. Just something I said here. I agree with this dude. Bloodsoaked Jade Rolling Consequence will add more damage overall than few percentage points from rank 2, rank 3. Bloodsoaked Jade a critical chance is a really must. That is a good point, but again, that is not the goal here. The goal here is to awaken the Bloodsoaked Jade and get the 10% bonus from the primary, whatever essence it is going to be. I think, again, Rolling Consequence, the comment section seems to be somewhat divided. Good choice. I get the Rolling Consequence and upgrade to rank 2, then work on getting both the Bloodsoaked Jade and Rolling Consequence to rank 4 so you can use the Awaken slot. Again, I would not divide my resources between the 2 gems as a free-to-play player, and I would rather focus on one and awaken it before diving into another. If you have other sources of critical hit chance, even in rank 1, Rolling Consequence, it will be fantastic as an Augs. Augs I will not recommend for the Rolling Consequence. Just use it unless you have a crappy 5-star gem. Then to start with, you can of course Augs it, and if you have the means to awaken the slot and want to, then rank 4 Bloodsoaked Jade. If you don't plan to awaken the slot yet, you can consider getting Rolling Consequence. That is another point here, but I will highly recommend everyone getting the gem, like get the gem to rank 4. That is going to be more beneficial than dividing the resources. Craft Rolling if you are going to awaken your slot, Bloodsoaked Jade. If not, you can craft Colossus or Rolling. Bloodsoaked Jade, get Bloodsoaked Jade. None. Step away from this money pit of a game. The dude literally said in the thread that he is free to play. There isn't anything about money involved, but anyhow, everyone has their opinion. Go Rolling. So there we go. Hopefully this clear a few things out, at least my opinion on what you should be focusing on as a free-to-play. Focus on one gem rather than dividing your resources into multiple 5-star gem. It is just gonna slow you down, and rank 4 is the ideal rank. After that, the diminishing return is a bit too much. I know that you get some magic find, but that magic find isn't that awesome, and the main goal should be rank 4 awakening the slot, then moving on to another gem. But there we go, that was a quick one. If you have any interesting questions, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will either reply back or maybe try and do a video about that if it is going to be somewhat interesting question that a lot of people think about or have in mind. I'm signing off. See you all in the next one. You guys have a great day. Later.